The journey of suggestive selling. During the guest journey at our restaurant, there is an opportunity for suggestive selling every step of the way. In this lesson, we will look at this journey by focusing on the following points: the welcome and seating, the menu presentation, following up, and desserts and digestives. So, let's start with the welcome and seating. Suggestive selling starts as soon as the guest arrives. You need to welcome your guest warmly and start making them feel as comfortable as possible. Give them a quick orientation of the dining area. It is important that you are enthusiastic and energetic, especially if your guests are interactive. If there is a wine display, offer to show it to them. This is your first opportunity for suggestive selling. Wine enthusiasts would be greatly interested in seeing this, as they can already think of the wines they may want to order. If this is done at your restaurant, seat them and place their napkins. Here is your second opportunity for suggestive selling. Offer the guest a bottle of still or sparkling water and make a recommendation of an aperitif or cup of coffee, depending on the time of day. Next, we will look at the menu presentation. This is a golden opportunity for suggestive selling, and knowing your menu well is key. You need to describe the specials for the day using enticing flavor words. Guests may ask you questions about these dishes, and therefore you need to know how every dish on the menu is prepared in terms of ingredients, methods used, and preparation time. You should also be able to make tailored recommendations. If the guest would like something healthy, you should be able to recommend an appropriate dish. You should present the menu by designing a meal especially for them, by recommending a starter, a main course, and a side based on cues the guest has given you about their preferences. You should talk the guest through the menu by introducing signature dishes and recommendations in each section. If the guest asks you for a recommendation, say something like, "You should definitely try the prosciutto pizza with a delicious tomato sauce and fresh mozzarella. It's my personal favorite." The guest will appreciate the personal touch and will trust your judgment. You can also tell the guest what is popular with other guests, as knowing a dish is a bestseller can often help guests make a decision. Once you know the guest's order, you can recommend the ideal drink to go with that specific dish. For example, if the guest ordered the prosciutto pizza, you can recommend a delicious red wine to pair with it, as well as a salad for the table. This is a fantastic example of suggestive selling. Now, let's look at following up. Following up is about checking whether the guest is happy with their dish, or whether they would like anything else with it. A great example of following up is if the chef comes to the table and follows up with the guests personally. They can then give the guest insider information and recommendations. Guests may order more items because they have been recommended by an authority in the field. Following up is also important in terms of ensuring the guest's drink is topped up. If you see their drink is running low, you should ask if they would like more of the same drink, or whether they would like to try something else from the drinks menu. This is another opportunity for you to sell to the guest. If you see that they have enjoyed a certain drink, recommend something similar that they may enjoy even more. For example, "Mr. Jones, if you like gin and tonic, you have to try our signature gin cocktail. It is very refreshing and you cannot leave town before trying it." The guest would be very impressed with your tailored recommendation. Finally, let's have a look at desserts and digestives. Once the guest has finished their meal, there are still a few opportunities for suggestive selling. Recommend that they try one of the signature desserts paired with a smooth digestif. Or, if they prefer savory, tell them about the exquisite cheese platter you have available and describe all the amazing tastes and textures. For example, You simply must try the cheese platter. We have a delicious flavor-packed brie, rich gorgonzola, and a tangy emmental which goes very well with a glass of port or red wine. If the guest is feeling overwhelmed by all the food they've enjoyed, recommend a cup of coffee or espresso to finish off their meal. Or recommend that they have grappa or Jägermeister to help with the digestion. As you can see, there are so many opportunities in the journey of suggestive selling. Think about your guests and their preferences and make appropriate suggestions and recommendations. It is important that you read your guests, as you have seen in the previous lesson. Don't make recommendations at every point if you know they will not appreciate it. For example, if you know your guests are trying to be healthy, don't push a dessert. Or if a dish already comes with mashed potato on the side, don't suggest fries as well. You need to respect the guest's needs. Enjoy this exciting journey of suggestive selling